Hello, so I want to tell you about my adventure today. Um, so, as some of you know, I'm leasing a new horse named Mountain, and he is amazing, and he's his body, like, he's built like a big fuzzy yoga ball. So I thought, hey, that'd be fun to ride bareback. And I asked his owner, she said it was okay as long as I stayed in the premises. So, I got to the barn around 12-ish, 1-ish, 12-ish. I got him out of paddock, um, started to tack him up, put a bareback pad on, his cooler underneath it. 'Cause the horse is clipped, and I don't want to deny him a cooler, even if I am bareback. Um, so who cares if it looks funny? It works. And oh my god, so cute. He shaved like a heart on his butt. I'm sorry, I just love it. Like my friend told me that's this saying, I love you with all of my butt. I would say heart, but my butt is bigger. And I put a picture of his little heart butt on Facebook and put that title, that caption, and it makes me laugh. I don't know why. Anyway, um, so, he's a real cutie and everything. So, you know, I brushed him, I clean his hooves out before and after I ride, because he has thrush, and it's like just starting to go away, and I don't want to make it get worse. So then I went out and I got his best friend Stigger, out from the paddock so I could ride in there. And, of course, Stigger's being a jerk, because Stigger is a jerk. And, um, it was kind of funny because I kept trying to go around Mao, and Stigger decided that it would be fun to try to attack me from the back, and Mountain decided to lick me from the front. So I was like, first I feel, Stigger on my back, and I'm like, oh crap, and then Mountain comes from the front. I'm like, oh my god, ambush. So, yeah, that's my life. But every time I get out and in the ring, I get on him. My camera kept falling over, and all my clips are fuzzy. Not to mention because my other one broke, and I'm trying to figure this where to go. Yeah, this one I'm trying to figure it out. It's an Insignia. It's a good camera. It's like HD and stuff, but like it's it's like programmed to like just take the foreground, and I need the background and the middle ground. So yeah, it's not my life, and it's not fair. And but sorry, I'm talking to my friend Haley. I love her. Anyway, um, so no, I had to get on him like 4 times because the thing kept falling over and the gate wouldn't stay closed. So I just had to keep like leaning over and like pushing it, and he wasn't spooking, thank God. So I was like, walk trot cantering around. He's kind of old and he doesn't really like cantering too much, so I didn't make him canter all so much. He was really giving me issues. Like I thought I could do it without the whip, and I couldn't. He has like a dressage whip, and like his owner's like, oh, use it. Like he's a bit lazy, and I didn't believe her, and now I do. So well, I knew he was lazy. I didn't know he was that bad. I was pep talking him around the ring. I wish I have the audio. I think I do the audio. I just kept telling him I believe in you, but like he wouldn't do it. But I think he's starting to like me more, and I like him, so he's starting to like me a little. And the food I give him, he likes that too. But anyway, I got off of him. I played with him for a while, and then I put Stigger back in the paddock, and I called my mom, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Of course, I pick his feet, I put the Thrushbuster in, I'm purple, and, you know, lock the gate, watch the horses. There's like this crazy pig at the barn, and I literally ran into the paddock to avoid her. She freaks me out, she rams people, and she scares me. She's not dangerous, she's just kind of old and grumpy. But, so like, yeah. And so like, I see an old trainer, I'm talking to her, like an old a trainer I used to have back with like the other barn I used to ride in. And, we're talking, hanging out, whatever. She's bringing one of her horses into the back paddock behind Stigger and Mountain. Okay, fine, we're walking. This couple pulls up, and they get out of the car, whatever they were in. I didn't really see a truck or car, I couldn't tell. And they get out. All of a sudden, the girl literally runs into the paddock. Like, runs. full on runs. And, like, she freaks Stigger out. Mountain is too lazy to move. He just quick walks. Stigger, like, trots away. And, like, Stigger's owners are, like, non-existent. Like, we never see them. So we thought, like, oh, maybe she owns Stigger. Then when she tackled up Mountain, and Mountain didn't look too happy about it, just saying. But she, like, and we're like, oh, are you Stigger's owner? Are you the pony's owner? We didn't say Stigger. And she's like, oh, no, I don't own Stigger. And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, we didn't say his name. And I was like, oh, well, she obviously knows them, whatever. But I don't really think too much of it until I see her pulling Mountain out of paddock. So I text his owner and I'm like, hey, are you leasing Mao to someone else too? Because she said she'd tell me if she did, and she didn't say anything, and that's not like her. So she was like, no. Like, what does she look like? And I told her, she's like, can you just make sure it's not like this girl I used to lease to? Whenever she comes home from school, she thinks she can have a free for all, and that's not okay. And as soon as I get that message, I look up, I hear, like, the hoof steps. The girl got on bareback. Mountain isn't wearing his boots. He needs his boots. He can really hurt himself without them. And she's on him bareback without a helmet, not his bridle. He's wearing someone else's. And he has a big head. And there's, like, his halter underneath it. I don't think you're supposed to do that for English bridles. And she's trotting him around the barn. She's not even, like... And by the way, like, the ground there is pretty hard. Around the barn, it's pretty hard. In the paddocks, it's softer. And even though we got rain a few days ago, it's still hard ground. Not to mention the pig wanders around and the roosters and everything. He can run over a rooster or chicken. And that's not fun. He'd freak out. And come on, getting run over by a percheron? That would suck. Anyway, so I run over because I'm looking at my old trainer. She's like, and she was like, if the owner asks, I'm your witness. I was like, thank you. So I go, like, I'm trotting myself. I'm, like, running over. And, as soon as I see them, I slow down. I'm not gonna freak them out. And I was like, hey, like, I'm Alex, and I'm leasing Mountain. I just was wondering who you are because Laura told me that, if someone else was leasing, she'd tell me. She said I was the only one riding today. And we had a little bit of a workout. I don't want him to overdo it because of his age, because he's like 23. And she was like, oh, hi, I'm entering in here, and I used to lease him. And I'm like, oh god. And so I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to call, his owner. She's like, oh, well, I have her number too. I was like, well, that's nice, but I really need to call her because he's my responsibility. I signed a lease agreement and stuff like that. So, I mean, he's my responsibility. If anything happens to him while I'm there, I'm responsible. Even if I'm not the one riding. So, she said to me that she was, like, leasing him, and I'm like, in the lease agreement, it says to wear a helmet. Like, I read it. I had to sign it. And then, and then she got off because I guess she knew by that point she was screwed. And so I called his owner, and she's like, put her on the phone. I'm like, oh god. So I'm standing there feeling extremely awkward. Mountain's trying to hide himself in my shirt. Like, I had like a pocket on my stomach. He like stuck his whole face in the pocket. I'm like, do you know your face is huge? And like, he's trying to eat me and stuff. And like, I was like, oh my god. And let's just put it this way, I was not a happy camper. And it was not a fun time. It definitely wasn't. And so girl kept giving me looks, and I'm just like, And then not to mention, she denies that she was on him. She's like, no, I wasn't riding. She's like, well, I was, but I was about to get off. And I'm standing there like, and then she brought him in the barn and she like untacked and stuff. And she's like, I can't believe she wouldn't even let me graze him. It's like, well, since you got on him without telling anyone and stuff, and you're not even respecting the horse enough to put him in his proper gear, like, I wouldn't trust you either. And then she like, got all upset or whatever. The thing is, me and my friend, when, her lease first started, she found sweat marks on him that she couldn't explain. It is now explained. We think that she's been doing this for a while. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And then her mom told the owner that I was lying. Yep, save your own skin. I didn't do anything wrong. I was trying to help my horse. But I'm lucky that my old trainer was there and she vouches for me. I seriously, by that point, just should have taken out my phone or my camera and just have been like, recording it the whole time, being like, hey, I have proof to his owner, so. But I didn't. Should have. Next time I'll know if it ever happens again. Hopefully it won't. But yeah. Good times. But you want to ride him like that on trail. I thought that was crazy. But yeah. Point of the story, bitches be crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Hale, please don't laugh at me too hard. Bye.